Alright. Today we shall discuss the last lesson. We have already got a premise of the lesson. What is it? What is the setting of the story? It is the Franco-Prussian War. Alright. Where the Germans invaded the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine. What was the most impactful outcome of this? What was the order? Ban of French language. Yes, ban of French language. Okay. So let us understand the background. Germans invaded the French, that is Alsace and Lorraine. Germans have passed an order that from now henceforth, now onwards, people will learn only German and not French. Okay. Now what is the condition of the citizens out there? They have not learned French properly. Why? Because they have procrastinated. They have delayed their learning. Kal karenge, parso karenge. They have not attended the classes properly. They have, even the parents were not interested to send their children to the schools. They were more interested to send them where? Huh? War. No, not war. To the farms, to the fields, to the windmills for earning money. Number one, that is the parents' lack, parents' neglect towards the study. You can come and sit that side. You'll be able to do it. Second mistake on the students' part, they delayed. They thought there is time, no interest in studies. Okay. Third was the teacher himself. We will talk about the teacher a bit later. Okay. Coming to the first part, you will read the text by yourself. We are introduced with the little character, with the little boy whose name is Franz. Note the name. Do you find anything unique in the name? Huh? Yes. Why is it unique? Franz, if we write. The writer, this is the brilliance of the author. France, the country, France, the boy. Here the boy is representing the entire collective identity of the French people. Okay, hence the name, there is a close association in the name as well. Alright. First character we find, he is a truant. Any idea what a truant is or who a truant is? T-R-U-A-N-T. You can take down the notes as well, these words in your copy or in your other copy. Truant means one who tries to bunk schools, one who is never interested in going to schools. Okay, so he is a truant character. Secondly, he is a very carefree character. He does not means free-spirited. Okay, and third, he is a lover of nature. You will find it in the first two paragraphs. Alright. He is in dread. Dread means scared. Scared to go to school because of two reasons. He did not do the homework on French participles, that is French grammar. And secondly, he was already late for school. This is one of the most important questions of your boards. Okay, why was he afraid? He did not do his homework, he was already late for school. And what he wanted to do instead of going to school, he wanted to climb up the trees, he wanted to swim in the river, he wanted to take the bird's eggs out of its nests. So, he is an explorer of nature as well. Alright? Now here it is a very interesting thing, very relatable thing. Suppose you have an important exam tomorrow, okay, and you know that today if you have an ice cream, you will definitely fall sick. And you want to have an ice cream. You are very much, you are craving for that ice cream. ऐसा लग रहा है कि अगर ice cream नहीं मिलेगा तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर पाऊँगी. What will be your reaction? What will you do? Is it difficult to decide? Is it difficult to decide whether to have the ice cream or not? It is. It is always, right? Here, this is the relatable characteristic of a child. He is more interested to go to the nature and not interested to go to the school. He is tempted to go to nature to bunk the school, or he overcame his temptation. Alright, and he started his walk towards the school. While going towards the school, what does he see? Is it recording? While going towards the school, what does he see? Very good. Soldiers are doing the march past, that is the Prussian soldiers. Second, loudly.
Certain sounds of the words.
Okay. Third, the most important thing. There was crowd near the town hall. Yes or no? Do you remember? In town hall क्या होता है? वहाँ पे town hall is the place where all the official documents, official orders are pasted. And there you have the sarcasm. Don't write this. There you have the sarcasm that this boy, such a small boy, he says, what more bad news, what worse news can we get? Battles are being lost, people are being dead. Now what else? What is another? और क्या बुरी खबर आ सकती है? Right? He just passes the crowd, and there this is a very important statement. It recurs in your board's question paper. There is a blacksmith. He says to this boy that don't rush, young boy. You have plenty of time. You have plenty of time to reach school. Here we are introduced with the theme of the lesson. That the people had thought we had plenty of time, but in reality they don't. Why this plenty of time? What does it refer to? What time? Time of what? Time for what? किस चीज के लिए टाइम बचा हुआ है? Learning. We have got plenty of time to learn French. Okay. So you have got plenty of time, means you have much time now to do your tasks. He does not, the little boy does not understand the sarcasm. We will understand the sarcasm after we read the chapter. Have you understood till here, everyone? Now coming to the next part, which is he reaches school. Now I have already said he is late for school, he is afraid, and usually there is a difference between the normal days and that day particularly. Okay? Understand this difference? Yet another very important question for your boards. What are the sounds that he gets on the normal days? 3 sounds specifically. Can anyone tell? Pardon? Yes. Okay. And hey, have you read the text? No? Alright. First is lessons read in unison. In your junior classes, you used to close your ears and read the lessons loudly, right? The entire class used to read. That is the first sound, okay? Second, closing and opening of the desks. Third, something that you will have forgotten because corporal punishment has been taken away. What is the third sound? Camel's ruler, the stick. this sound. These are the normal sounds he used to get on the usual days. Okay, these sounds of course make the atmosphere chaotic or calm. Chaotic. Now look at the little boy's ingenuity, creativity. He thought that he would sneak into the classroom. Okay, he would stealthily, चोरी छिपे वो क्लासरूम के अंदर आ जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि क्लासरूम में तो शोर मचा हुआ रहेगा, किसी को समझ में नहीं आएगा. Right? He had counted on. There is a phrasal verb. Counted on these sounds to sneak into the classroom. Okay? What does counted on mean? Counted on means depends. Clear? But to his surprise, that day the class was as silent as a as silent as a Sunday morning. Have you ever been to school on Sundays? It is very silent, very natural, right? So to his surprise, when he entered the school is as silent as a Sunday morning. First surprise that he gets, alright? Second surprise, the class was about to begin, okay? And Hamel is wearing his Hamel in his best outfit. What's the meaning of outfit? Dress. When do teachers dress in a very formal way? Special days. What are the special days for the teachers? Inspection day, annual function हमारे स्कूल पे होता नहीं है, right? And prize distribution day या फिर teachers day. All these things, right? So Hamel, he was in his special outfit, and the last surprise, last thing that he noticed was last benches. Not the last lesson. These things are very important, okay, for you both. This question will definitely come. What are the changes that he notices? So you have to write about the normal days, then change the paragraph and write about the change. First thing he notices, the school is as silent as a Sunday morning. Second thing, Mr. Hamel was in his best outfit. I forgot to mention. What was his best outfit? Let's be more precise. Okay, he was wearing his coat. Green coat, frilled shirt, and black silk cap. Very important question. Okay, this was his dress. Sunday morning, silence in the school. Second, Mr. Hamel was wearing his special dress, which he usually wears on school inspection days or annual prize distribution day. What was the special dress? Green coat, second page, last paragraph. Okay. Frilled shirt, black silk cap. Very important. Okay. And what is the last change that he notices? Can anyone tell? Not about the last lesson. It is the change. No. Who? By whom? Yes. Well, last benches were filled. Okay. So first, second, the most surprising change? Okay, surprising thing that you notice that usually Jana, good morning, go and wash your face. Go and wash your face. You must have done election duty. Okay. Usually the classes used to be empty, but that day even the old postmaster, the old villagers, the parents, everyone were sitting at the back benches. Of course, this is a surprise for the little boy and what is happening. He still now doesn't know what has happened. Okay, we know because we have read the summary, but he does not know why is this sudden change. All right? This part clear, everyone? Now, when Franz was entering the class, now we are coming to our most difficult character. What do you think the first characteristic of Hamel? Strict. Strict. Very good. Very strict. Right. Usually, what does he do when students did not do their homework? जो आप लोगों को नहीं मिलता है, right? He used to beat the children. He used to be very angry. He used to scold the children. But that day, what happened? But that day, when Franz was entering the class, what did M handle? How was M handled? Very polite, very kind. But that day he was very kind and polite. Clear? By the way, you know the full form of M Hamel? Mr. in French. Find it out. Okay? It's called Monsieur. You will find the spelling. He was kind and polite, and what did he say to that boy? Imagine Deepak sir is sitting in the class and one of the students is late. Of course, the student will be like, "तो हो गया मेरा काम." But sir says, "अरे आजा, तेरे बिना ही हम लोग क्लास स्टार्ट कर रहे थे, जाओ जाके बैठो." Of course, the student will be surprised what is happening, right? M Hamel, same thing, right? Now understand, a strict teacher is the backbone of the school. M Hamel was the backbone of the school. M Hamel had been the only teacher of the school. Okay. Now he said, "Okay, Franz, come in. We were just beginning without you." All right. He goes and takes his seat. Then Hamel gives the first statement, announces something. What does he announce? What does he announce? The first official announcement that Hamel makes. Yes. This is my last lesson. Then he talks about the Berlin Order. Okay? Please pay attention. We are going chronologically. When you read the text, you will understand it absolutely. This is my last lesson. An order has come from Berlin to teach only Germans in the schools of Alsace and Daudet. So this is my last class, right? These words were like thunderclap to France. What does it mean? What is the meaning of thunderclap? What is the sense of this statement? He says, last lesson, these are thunderclap to my ears. Thunderclap means what? Just, you don't have to break the word or give me the meaning. Tell me the sense that he felt. No. Just the opposite. He was shocked. He was surprised. Thunderclap, जब thundering होता है अचानक से, we are shocked and surprised, right? That is the statement here. Thunderclap to the ears means a very shocking and surprising statement. Alright? Have you understood this part? Now what happens? When he does that, when he says that, when Hamel says that, and Franz understands that this is the last lesson, an extraordinary transformation takes place. I am changing the color now. Extraordinary transformation in whom? In France. What kind of transformation now? Guess. You people guess. Suddenly, accountancy का books और physics, chemistry, history, geography का books जो कि दुश्मन था became friends to him. Suddenly the books that he carried became his best friends and not a nuisance. Suddenly he realized that he has not learned French at all. So he regrets. First advent of regret and guilt in the character. Okay, what will we do now? And then he realizes why Hamel wore his special dress. Okay? And he is filled with guilt that bichara it is his last day. That is why it is a special day for him. That pay attention, that is why he has worn his best dress. Okay? Next, he understands why the villagers were in the school, in the class. Can anyone tell me? There are 3 reasons. He realizes, he undergoes the transformation, he suddenly understands the importance of the language, he suddenly understands that I have been, it was wrong on my part to miss out my lessons. He is filled with guilt, he realizes why Mr. Hamel, so he feels pity. Poor Mr. Hamel, he has worn his special dress, okay? Third, he understands why the villagers were sitting on the last benches. Can anyone tell? Louder. Because from that day, they want to learn French language. They want to learn French language, okay? But they know that they cannot. Anybody else? No? Again, very important board's question. Turn the page if you have the page, if you have the book. It is in the fourth page. First, very important. They were regretful for not learning French. Here, they were regretful for not learning French. Second, thanking Hamel for his 40 years of service. So for how long? It has been 4 decades that Hamel has been teaching in the school. Okay, and he stays there. He with his sister stays on the upstairs. Okay, the next day Hamel and his sister will go away from the school. So the villagers are regretful for not learning French. Second, they were showing their gratitude to Hamel. It was kind of farewell. Since they are poor, we don't have any extravaganza in this one. Okay? They were filled with gratitude for his 40 years of faithful service. Very important term. Okay? 40 years of faithful service. Alright? And third, paying respect to the nation that was no longer theirs. Please memorize these 3 points. Okay? When you read the text, you will understand. Yes, it is in the 5th page. Regret and respect. Remember these 3 words, it will be easier for you. First reason, the villagers were guilty for not learning French. Second reason, they were thanking Hamel for his 40 years of faithful service. Very important term. And third, they were paying tribute and respect to the country that was no longer theirs. So identity loss has been, the theme of identity loss has been thrown now. Okay, that was no longer theirs. First was the theme of what? First, plenty of time. Theme of what? Delaying things. Alright. Second, Berlin Order. Theme of linguistic chauvinism. We will discuss that. Third, theme of regret. Fourth, theme of identity loss. Here, these are the 4 sub-themes of the chapter. Understood till here? Everyone? Okay. Now begins Hamel's declaration. What he does, what he says. Now Francis called. Participles and stammers. Okay. By the way, you know the meaning of participle? English participles. No? Any idea? Think. French participle याद करने के लिए बोला गया था. He did not do. Now he is reciting. Like say, what could be the examples of English participles? Come on. Eat, ate, eaten. Give, gave, given. Given forms, these are the participle forms. The third forms. Right? What is the participle form of break? Break, broke, broken. Teach, taught, taught. Please do not write teached here. From this chapter we get answers where the students write Mr. Hamel teached French in their classes. Don't write. Okay? Now he stammers and then very important. When he could not say the participles, Hamel says, you know, it is not your fault. That's the problem with our people, with Alsace people. She, these people of Alsace, just like how we refer to our country as mother. In that way, she puts off learning means delays learning, means procrastination. Has sir discussed this topic? No. This is the theme. Sir has discussed the summary, I guess, right? Alsace puts off learning every day, procrastinates learning. We will do it tomorrow. We will not do it now. कल करेंगे. ऐसे करते करते there is a time where their current situation is they do not have any chance to read the language. Okay. Speaking of language, do you know your mother tongue properly? No. Can you name any author in your language? Bengalis apart from the mainstream writers? No. I had asked you the same question the other day while discussing for once on the face of earth. Let's not speak in any language. Any other writer? For Nepalis also? Any writer's name? No. Bengalis? Apart from them, you know whom I mean? No. In your language? None. Kalpana is there? You are Kalpana Khelketa, no? Do you know any writer with the same surname? World famous poet. Researches are being done on her. You? Manu? What's your mother tongue? Any indigenous writer's name? Neha Munda, yours?
I'm Lakshmi Chand.
Hmm?
Lakshmi Chand.
Okay, one student. Aishka? Anyone? This is what the story talks about. If we don't know our mother tongue properly, how are we going to seek our freedom? कोई आके अभी श्रीलंका से आके, for example, let's be hypothetical about it. Let us think Sri Lanka has invaded us, and suddenly you have been told that Sinhalese, that is Sri Lankan language, that will be imposed upon you, and from tomorrow you will not be able to speak or read or write or do anything in any other language apart from that. What has become of your language? Forget about English. English is a foreign language. But what about your mother tongue? You have not learned it. How many of you can write it properly? Raise your hands. You can write your mother tongue properly. 1, 2. Very good. I hope all of you can speak your mother tongue. Okay. All of you can read. How many of you cannot read? Raise your hands. Cannot read in your mother tongue. Cannot write your mother tongue. See, this is what the condition of these people are. You will not realize because this is not going to happen. आप लोगों को लगेगा हमें क्या, हमें थोड़ी ना पढ़ना पड़ेगा, हमारा यहाँ पे युद्ध होने वाला नहीं है. But imagine the people who have undergone these things during the British times when they were trying to impose English language as the official language. After that, even Urdu and Persian were at least discussed to be the official language. What would happen to the linguistic diversity of a country? If we do not, then nobody can. That is what this chapter talks about. Alright? She puts off learning. This is what M. Hammond says. यहाँ तक समझ रहा है सबको? Fourth most important question of the chapter. Hammond blames 1, 2, 3 for
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm Aarti ma'am is calling.